6 o'clock on Thursday, the 26th of December 2019. Good evening. Thank you for tuning in to the English edition of Ora News. My name is Christopher, bringing you the only update of the local Albanian news translated into English. The Municipal Council of Lygia approved this Thursday the budget of 2020 without considering the reconstruction and funds for damaged buildings from the earthquake. Within this budget, there aren't any details even slightly alluding to the support of their reconstruction, while interventions will be mainly in public service sector. The plan was sternly opposed by consultant Augustin Marcu, who said that the municipality had a sufficient amount of time to reflect on the situation. The budget that will be approved and justified will simply see the redundancies of the year before, and no special column or program will be included in the literature for the reconstruction. It doesn't just make sense to me. Differently from the municipality of Durrës, who approved the reconstruction fund, the mayor of Lygia, Pirendreu, said that they will wait for the normative act of the government. They want to figure out how much support will come from the government in order to make the plan for the local budget. We can't plan for financial actions for something that isn't legally clear on what we and the government will do, which the weight will be held by us along with the Ministry of Reconstruction. The budget of the year 2020 for municipality of Lygia has the value of 1.8 billion Albanian lek, from which only 400 million are a concrete invoice for investments. The anti-drug police chief's car in Elbasan was found engulfed in flames last Wednesday night. The ML-type Mercedes-Benz SUV with license plate number AA131LX belonging to Krenar Kasi was partially burnt, as these pictures here show. Police at the scene said the fire was suspected to be accidental. The incident is being investigated for deliberate arson because of the duties Kasi held over the years. To uncover the truth, the investigation team has taken security camera footage from businesses and institutions in the area to find out what really happened to the police car. Krenar Kasi currently holds a position of chief of police in Bradašće Detention Center. Previously, he has been the chief of police at the Pećin High Security Prison. The state police will be ready to cope successfully with any situation at the end of the year. Interior Minister Sandor Leshaj, in a statement to the media, said that for all police officers, there will be no holidays, rather public service. According to him, police focus will be on border management, road safety, and safeguarding by pyrotechnics. The police are focused on several main directions. The first is directing the management of all border crossing flows. Great attention is paid to traffic and road safety, the fight against crime, the monitoring of elements, and criminal precedents. The special focus of the police is to keep the holiday safe from noise, explosions, fireworks, capsules, and other pyrotechnic devices, said Leshaj. Leshaj demanded citizens' cooperation with the police. Let's work together, call the state police, and be confident that the police will be available when needed. A large number of police will not have the holidays as they will be in service. The minister said that the budget balance for the year that we are leaving behind will be published in January, but the indicators are that they are at historic levels. 2019 has been a busy year. We are approaching the end of the year with very optimistic indicators of progress. In the first days of January, we will show the indicators, but I know that they characterize public safety in the country are at historic levels. The completion of roads in Tirana is a concern for the citizens, a concern which the municipality has not responded to. The holes in the middle of the roads are forcing drivers to take risky maneuvers, risking their lives by causing accidents while attempting to be injured. The RTV Ora new cameras have observed some of the most important areas of the city where the road situation is similar. Many drivers try as much as they can to avoid potholes in the roads, but in many cases their attempts are simply not good enough. There are a lot of damaged roads in Tirana, which often brings heavy traffic and difficulties for traffic. The municipality of Tirana seems to have failed the maintenance of the roads. The sewer lids being higher than the asphalt pavement is also a common sight on the streets of Tirana that brings many difficulties in traffic, but this picture does not bother the city leaders, who take care only to display pictures on Facebook, which serves their own propaganda. Last week's rainfall raised the level of the Fierza Lake to 274 meters, but also had brought a great amount of pollution. Plastics, glass, and other materials are seen collected in the basin, a sobering view of the reality of Fierza for the last week of 2019. The lake has once again been transformed into the waste dump of the northeastern region of Albania, southern Kosovo, and western North Macedonia. These aerial views show a considerable area covered by debris, an alarming level of pollution. While state and local authorities have succumbed to this phenomenon, they lack the capacity and means to intervene. Pollution in Fierza Lake is an old problem that remains unsolved. Several years ago, due to this phenomenon, a state of emergency was declared by the municipality. Many curious people have followed the last solar eclipse of the decade. Spectacular views have attracted the attention of astronomers from around the world. The clearest eclipse has been in Jaffna of Sri Lanka, where 80% of the sun was covered by the moon. Astronomers, tourists, and curious onlookers gathered at the top of Jabal Arba mountain of Hufuf in Saudi Arabia to watch the rare phenomenon when the moon covered the center of the sun, creating a ring of fire. The fire ring was visible in some Asian states and lasted for only 3 minutes and 40 seconds. The ring eclipse started from Dammam of Saudi Arabia and traveled across the Indian Ocean towards South India and above the northern part of Sri Lanka, finishing over the Pacific Ocean. When this rare phenomenon happened, the moon was 400,000 kilometers far from the Earth, moving at a speed of 1 kilometer per second or 3.6 kilometers an hour. But when is the next solar eclipse? Solar eclipses are very common, happening 2 to 5 times a year, while a total solar eclipse happens once in 18 months. The next Ring of Fire solar eclipse will happen on June 21st, 2020. And that's the news across the country today. Thank you for watching our English edition this evening, and be sure to join us again every Monday to Saturday at 6 p.m. for the latest news from Albania. Once again, on behalf of Ora News, thank you and good night.